To be the best version of yourself, the basic fundamental and the prerequisite is to master yourself in all aspects of your life. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you all a guide that can help you to attain self mastery. Self mastery is all about gaining control on our emotions, on our thoughts, on our actions, and creating the life you want. It requires discipline, it requires self awareness. It's not something that you can achieve and reap the benefits all your life, but it's a lifestyle that you adopt wherein you live in a way that you master yourself. The step number one to attain self mastery is all about self awareness. Awareness about your thoughts, about your emotions, about your inner dialogue, about your strengths and your weaknesses. What is something that you desire for? What is your passion? Awareness about your entire life and living from a place wherein you're alive and not just existing. To achieve self awareness, you can engage into a lot of activities, and one of the best activities is journaling, self introspection, meditating, or even engaging yourself into any form of creative activity. Once you start getting aware about all of the things that you care about in your life and in the world, you identify patterns and you rewire and rewrite all of the negative beliefs and mindset blocks that might be stopping you to become your best self. And slowly and gradually, you need to let go of the bad values and adopt all the good values that your best version possesses. When this particular step is clear, we are more self aware about our thoughts, our emotions. Let me give you all an example. All my life, my inner dialogue has always been like, oh, this is something I cannot do. This is an activity which is not for me, is for someone else. The growth on YouTube is not for me, it's for someone else. And slowly and gradually, I've identified how negative inner dialogue I had in my life, and slowly and gradually, I worked on it and started telling myself, oh, you're doing amazing. Basically, I started being my own cheerleader, and I have seen amazing benefits of that in my life. And slowly and gradually, as they are unfolding in my life, my inner dialogue is only getting better and better. Earlier, when I did something wrong or did some mistake, I used to criticize myself. My inner dialogue was very self deprecating. That led to a lot of anxiety in my life. And slowly and gradually, I've worked on my inner dialogue that has helped and soothed my anxiety a lot. Basically, anxiety is all about telling yourself all the negative things and beating yourself up for doing certain actions and activities. And whereas talking to yourself in a very love filled manner is something that can soothe your anxiety and also curb your anxiety to a greatest level in your life. Try this the next time, or even try to identify your inner dialogue sometime in life and slowly and gradually start changing it to a positive self dialogue. The next one is actually the extension of self awareness, that is mastering your mind. Once you're aware about yourself, you master your mind, which is why you then start to identify patterns and also identify your inner dialogue. To master your mind, you need a lot of time alone with yourself, wherein you are able to hear your inner dialogue very clearly and very carefully. And that can only happen when you're sitting in a room wherein you start with meditating, where you clear out your thoughts, and that is when your inner dialogue and your inner voice becomes louder and louder. And when you listen to that, that is when you take good decisions in your life and also work on bettering your inner dialogue and slowly and gradually start seeing its result in your life. And this also has a reference in behavioral sciences, which is the theory of self-fulfilling theory that says that whatever you tell your mind to, it starts believing it, and slowly and gradually you start taking those actions and it starts getting manifested. And as they say, a smooth sea never made skilled sailors. So you have to go through challenges in your life that will build up your mental resilience, and take challenges as if growth opportunities where you have a window or an opportunity to work on yourself and to learn a new skill and overcome that challenge. And I'm sure your confidence level after you've achieved and overcome a challenge is boosted in life, and you know for a fact that even if bad times comes, you will be able to evolve over it. Once you're self-aware and you master your mind, we slowly and gradually move towards mastering ourselves. Not only you need to master your emotions, but you also have to build discipline of emotions. It takes discipline to focus on something that you truly want and not get distracted by inner negative self-dialogue or gossip or low vibrational frequency behavior that could be getting angry, cribbing, complaining, nagging all the time. These all are low vibrational behavior and frequencies. You need to be away from this, and to be away from this requires determination and discipline. Take this as being away from all of the junk food, sugar, packed foods, fried foods, junk food, etc. They might be tempting. They might be calling your name. But you have to focus on high vibrational behaviors like being in gratitude, being in calm peace, or being connected with God. And to only focus on that, it will require a lot of determination. To do that, what you can do is you can just stop seeking a validation outside. So as far as I know and I have memory, I've always sought validation outside. I have only believed in me when others believed in me. And that is something which is the biggest regret of my life. Until now, there are some places wherein I seek validation, but I slowly and gradually remind myself that this is something will not bring me anything. And if I feel good about it, and if I feel nice about it, that's the only thing that should matter, and not something what others think about me. And another way you can do that is by taking a moment to act to situations and not react to situations. When you act to situations, that is when your response is well thought. But when you react, it's all just repelling the energy that it came from. And most of the times, it is negative. When we are reacting, we are emitting the same energy what has been thrown upon us. But when we act, that is when we act from the energy that we are aligned into. When we react, we get down to their energy. And to build that discipline of acting versus reacting will take a lot of practice, but slowly and gradually you will learn, which is why discipline is very important in emotions. Number 4, strengthen your body and your energy. They say that you feel what you eat. If you eat junk, you feel drunk. If you eat healthy, nutritious food, and that is what you feel. So make sure that you are following a high nutritionist diet in order to be in happy mood. And back in 2023, I enrolled myself with a nutritionist, and she gave me a wonderful plan. Not only did I lose weight, but that also improved my energy levels and my mood a lot. My mood swings were very less. I was not eating sugary and salty foods, and that actually helped me lose a lot of water weight and look very confident. Not that I'm saying that only looking thin will make you more confident. It's not about that, but it's like looking your best self. And I feel my best self was that. I lost a lot of weight, and then I conceived my daughter. And this is all the mommy weight that I have right now. And I am just waiting to enroll in her program and lose all of the mommy weight that I have gained in the last 12 to 18 months. Eating right is one thing, but exercising is another thing. Identify any of the physical activity that suits your body and your energy type. So I am basically a very hyperactive person. So yoga is something that absolutely calms me down, and I love doing yoga. I can't just rave about the benefits of yoga. I think every one of us should be doing yoga. Not only does it increases my flexibility and my energy, but also calms me down and makes me more aware about myself in the best way forward. You can choose any activity which you would like. It could be Zumba, it could be walking, it could be dancing, it could be anything that you like, but make sure that you are eating right and exercising, and that will have a lot of impact on your energy levels and also at the same time your emotional resilience. Number fifth, I want to start it with a line that is, you don't rise to your goals but you fall to your systems. And to be showing up into your systems is the best thing that you can do. So, for example, there is a certain day in my week wherein I am shooting videos, and a lot of times I feel that, okay, today I'm not feeling like filming a video. Today I just want to take a day off and I just want to rest. I want to spend time with my daughter. But I know for a fact that I have committed to you guys to film videos, to bring you videos that will help you be your best self. And that is the promise that I have done to you and also done to myself. And which is why that promise drags me every week, every Saturday in front of the camera and to prepare a script and to speak to you guys. And to be very honest, when I do this activity, I feel absolutely amazing. And I thank myself that I brought myself up and I did not give in to my emotions. A lot of times our emotions overpower our discipline. And that is our testing time, that we should not be giving into our emotions and being only disciplined and committed to what we have promised ourselves. It could be about filming 2 videos. It could be about showing up to the gym. It could be about eating healthy. It could be about journaling. So mastering yourself is not something that will come to you easy. It's work. It's a full-time job. Being your best self is a full-time job. You have to constantly invest in yourself in various aspects of your life to be your highest self. But that is what we are here for, right? If we are not functioning at our best selves, what a disservice to us being humans. Right. And that is what I feel. All of us should be functioning at our best selves and should be cherishing the gift of life given by God. To be disciplined, what you can do is set up systems. Like, for example, I have created blocks in my day wherein some time of the day is dedicated to myself, some time of the day is dedicated to my work, some time of my day is dedicated to my daughter, my family, and some time of the day is dedicated to the basic household chores and everything. And that's how I have actually divided all of the work and all of the roles that I have set for myself. And that's how I exactly function. And the only task that I have is to just show up. That's it. That is literally it. Number 6 is master your communication and relationship. Communication with yourself and also with people around you. Watch out what you say to yourself. Watch out your thoughts because they become reality. Always talk about and focus on what you want to happen and not what you do not want to happen. Speak with intention, speak clearly, confidently, and with purpose. And always speak less and speak only when your words have impact or weight in them. And it's okay to set boundaries, say no to things and to stuff that doesn't align with your best self. It's okay to say a no rather than a very underconfident yes. And also surround yourself with positive and growth oriented people because energy is contagious. If you are with people who are talking about growth, talking about building businesses, talking about building channels, chances are you will be the next person to do that. And the similar is the case vice versa. Number 7, always sharpen your knowledge and skills. Commit to lifelong learning. Start adapting to whatever there is a requirement in the world and always be in the market and not off or living under a rock. Constantly upgrade, take courses, take vacations, buy books. A lot of you all think that buying books is expensive, but buying a 500 rupees junk food is very expensive than buying a 500 rupees book. Not only it should not be just limited to learning, but also the application of it in the real life. As you learn, start experimenting with that in your real life and see how your life changes. Also prioritize your time and focus on your priorities. Focus on the stuff that is important in your life right now. Number 9, align yourself with a higher purpose. It's best to be functioning from a place wherein you are aware about your purpose in life, your why is clear. If not, if you're still struggling with to identifying your passion, your purpose in life, I highly recommend watching these 2 videos wherein I've talked about why finding your passion is utmost important and should be your priority in life if you have not found out your why. And this is a practical way and exercise wherein which you can use to find your why. Live with integrity and always function from a place wherein you are acting and you are being your best self. Always align your actions, your thoughts, your values with what you believe in and what your best self would believe in. Number 9, elevate your spiritual connection and intuitiveness. Always listen to your inner voice because it might be guiding you in a way wherein you'd always want to be. There are people who follow logic more than their gut feeling. They constantly ignore their gut feeling. Don't be that person. You will not be able to be your best self until you listen to your gut feeling, your intuitiveness. And the more you listen to it, the louder it will get and the more accurate it will get. Tell me, anytime you have listened to your gut feeling without any logic and you have regretted that decision. No, right? There are very less chances that might be the case. Similar has happened with me. A lot of times when I have listened to my gut feeling, I've always been happier that I took that decision. So starting a YouTube channel was one of my gut feeling that I acted upon. Despite of having a fully decorated and respected career in academics, I started this YouTube channel. Back when I was doing it, a lot of people were actually reprimanding it and also making fun of it because I was learning. And I was learning in public. And when you learn something new, you're not the best at it. And slowly and gradually, when you keep doing it, that is when you start developing an expertise over it. So that is what happened. I kept doing despite people laughing, despite people making fun of it. And I feel making videos and talking to you guys make me happier. And that's what I did. And that's what I am actually doing. And that's what I will continue doing for the rest of my life. Connect with something greater. Have space for God in your life. Always be connected to Him. Always feel His or her presence around you. It could be in a manner wherein you practice it when you are in nature, meditate, even chant, or even visiting to places that brings you calm. Whatever way you want to define spirituality, you can. But have connection with the universe and with the greater good. Practice gratitude because that is what will get you to a frequency which are high vibrational and that will take you out from low to high. And lastly, stay adaptable and do not fear change. Change is the only constant and change is good for you. If you were stuck in the same thing for the rest of your life, you would regret that. Change will come in an unexpected way, sometimes slow, sometimes sudden. Appreciate it and accept it with open hands and open mentality. Sometimes the change will be good, sometimes the change will be bad, but always see change as a growth opportunity. So yeah, these were the 10 ways that you can practice to reach at a level where you are mastering yourself and wherein you are one step closer of becoming your best self. So yeah, that were all of the 10 points. Thank you for coming this far in the video. If you've come this far, I know for a fact you're very committed to being your best self. I highly recommend watching these 2 videos that will help you get even more closer in your journey of becoming your best self. That was it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in another video very soon. Till then, bye-bye.